Hi, I'm Karen Guglielmo with SearchCIO.com, and I'm here today with Graham Price, IT Management Consultant with Pink Elephant. So Graham, you presented earlier today on the 10 biggest mistakes ITIL users make within the first year of implementation, and I had some follow-up questions for you after your presentation. First, you talked a lot about cultural changes as the most difficult thing to overcome. Any advice for the CIO audience on ways to cultivate an ITIL culture within the organization?
Certainly, probably the most important thing to remember is that the CIO needs to be actively engaged in this whole process. And by that I mean they need to be visible in front of their folks to make sure that the message is being delivered very clearly and that they're seen as being clearly on side. And that's probably the critical piece in that whole cultural change that you need to affect.
Okay. You also talked a lot about a dream team, as you said it, to get together a team with important members from across the organization to implement ITIL. And you also talked about a lot of people want to have their best people on the team, and those are often the busiest people within the organization. So what advice do you have for people to get the best and the busiest people on board for the ITIL Dream Team? And also, is there anyone on the team who's really 100% focused on ITIL, or is it usually just part of someone's job?
Okay, I'll answer question 2 first. It's typically that folks are only engaged part-time in this endeavor. They do have day jobs after all, and they need to still pay attention to those. So their commitment to the ITIL project is usually part-time. In terms of finding out who the best folks are and how to make those folks available, it's all about making your project for ITIL a higher priority than other projects and engaging those folks and finding backfill for them.
Okay. I also spoke with a number of attendees after your session, and they all agreed that communications and buy-in were probably the biggest obstacles that they faced for ITIL adoption. So any surefire advice that you can give them about overcoming these major issues?
Just have a good communications plan and recognize that there's not just one way to communicate. You need to engage all the senses as much as possible. Emails are not very effective, for example. Town hall meetings, lunch and learns, those types of things, more direct contact, and making sure that your communications are two-way, not just a one-way.
And would you suggest that you get a dedicated communications person involved, or again, should it just be part of someone's job on the team?
No, in this case, I think a dedicated communications person is critical because you need the message to be consistent, repeated, and ongoing throughout the project.
Okay, great. Well, thank you, Graham, for your insight into this topic. It was a pleasure hearing from you today, and have a great day.
Great, thank you.